Hello, everyone at home. Welcome to the QK podcast. I'm here with my fellow host, Mr. Ethan Kilker. I myself am Grant Quinn. This podcast is part of Coach Jackson's live vid class. Looking very forward to this podcast. We have lots of sports, just a wide variety of topics we're going to be talking to people at home. It'll be fun, and I'm excited for what's up to come.
Grant Quinn, first I do want to talk about your Kentucky Grandpa shirt. I mean, are you a grandpa? Are you going to Kentucky, or is it just a shirt to wear?
There's actually a pretty long, flavorful story behind this shirt. My brother Kyle Quinn was at, I believe it was Goodwill, had $1.50 in his pocket and was like, I'm sure Grant Quinn would love a shirt that said Kentucky Grandpa. And he was 100% right. Love the shirt, wear it every day.
Speaking of Kentucky, you saw that their head basketball coach left Kentucky, right?
I did hear about that. I did hear.
So many five-star recruits, very high recruits, decommitted from Kentucky because their coach left.
I know, that must suck to be such a young player. You're a high school prospect. You already got offers, especially to Kentucky. Maybe they're Kentucky grandpas themselves. But now with that coach leaving, I mean, they got to go find their own spot.
Yeah. Speaking of college basketball, did you watch any of the Caitlin Clark stuff?
Of course I did. I don't think there's very many people who didn't watch that game. That was probably the most popular college game of the year, especially with it being a women's sport. Not very many people watch those.
Yeah. Did you see that it was the most viewed sporting event of all time since the Super Bowl, besides Super Bowls?
I think that is the definitely wrong
No, that's
statistic.
100% true statistic.
Talking about, like, even like
Most
World Cups,
viewed.
like soccer,
Most
cricket.
in America.
Right,
Most
I was about to say there's some.
most viewed sport besides Super Bowl in America.
Actually, I would not doubt that because honestly, I didn't even watch the World Series this year. I mean, everyone watched the Super Bowl, but like,
I mean,
really,
so many people watched that game. It was insane.
especially for what was it like? It wasn't on a weekend either, was it?
It was on Saturday at 2:00.
Yeah, such bad time because the boys' game was like late on a Sunday.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
I'm pretty sure
everyone had time to
Saturday,
watch
7:00, something like that, where everyone can sit at home and watch that game.
yeah, but the girls' game was at like such an inconvenient time. Because I think still shows like how much attention Caitlin Clark is able to bring to the sport.
Yeah, I mean, she obviously has brought so much attention to the sport. Do you think she's already the GOAT of women's basketball?
Considering that's about, I've just started watching because of Caitlin Clark, of course. I don't know these past players. I don't know who's been playing in the league. She really can't be the GOAT considering she's not even in the WNBA yet. She did just get drafted first pick, obviously, but I don't think she's played any actual WNBA basketball.
Do you think she could get there one day?
I think she could, and I'm pretty sure she will.
Yeah.
I don't think there's very many other women that can just pull up, drain a three like she did. So many heat check shots. I mean,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
It was very crazy to watch, and you've never seen that out of anyone or a woman.
Yeah, man or female, it was just phenomenal basketball. So entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Speaking of GOAT debates, who is your GOAT of the NBA?
I mean, I've seen good basketball talent throughout my years, especially me as a B team playing with Coach Tooley, me and Delta Sigma teammates. We were some studs out there. I've seen some
B team
Saint
for what?
basketball, 8th grade. I've seen
eighth
some
grade feeder.
Yes, sir, that'd be correct. I've seen some C-team basketball over at the Warriors. Mason Durham, star player. I mean, he can't make a layup, but he can still get those open shots. Thinking to JV, you see Huddy. I mean, just phenomenal. You see Lil Marty sign. You see Beanie even come up to play some games. He has some clamps, I'm not going to lie.
But other than that, he was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But he was okay. He did his role pretty good.
Yes, he definitely did. But if we're talking GOATs, got to go with my man LeBron James. He's just perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. You can't think of anything wrong with him. He's just consistently one of the best, if that the best player in the league since he's been 18. How old is he now? He's old.
40?
Yeah, he's turning into stone slowly. He's an old man, and he's still dominating the league. He's still a top 10 player, even at 40.
Debatable, but
Nah,
around there.
dude probably has like arthritis now. He's still out there hooping.
Do you think LeBron will ever play with Bronny?
I think he definitely will, especially with Bronny entering the draft. Surprising. He really was not a good college player at all.
I mean, you got to give him some credit. He went from having all this popularity, going to college, and having cardiac arrest before the season started. Then he started the season a little late due to heart issues, and he didn't put up good numbers. But when he was in there, he did do pretty solid for having cardiac arrest a few months prior.
Yeah, it's not about the heart here. It's about the heart in your mind. He went out there and played.
That was the stupidest quote
He
I've
went
ever
out
heard in
there
my
and played
life.
with enthusiasm. He still played with a huge heart, even though it might not have been functioning properly. He was still out there looking to make some great plays with his average 1.6 a game. He didn't really start much, but he started number one in my heart. My
He did start
non-cardiac heart. But I loved watching him play, even though he didn't play much, but it was still fun out there. And I think, especially with his dad saying, I'm going to go play with my son, I think teams that draft him are just looking to draft LeBron.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's probably a team that's just looking to draft a veteran. They know what they're getting. They can maybe...
Like the Thunder would be a good team from how young they are to have a veteran go out there and help their team.
Yeah.
That's a leader. Yeah, I think that'd be a great team to draft Bronny James.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say draft Bronny James. It's draft Bron at this point.
Yeah.
LeBron's going to be the only 40-year-old to get drafted.
Yeah.
That'd be quite the GOAT.
Speaking of the GOAT debate, I know my takes aren't necessarily like as popular, but for me, I look at GOAT as dominance, like people who just dominate. And LeBron is 100% up there.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I get it between Steph Curry and Shaq.
What?
Steph Curry and Shaq.
Wait. Let me clean out my ears real quick. Am I hearing this right? Steph Curry and Shaq?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that Shaq?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
the
nobody could stop him.
backboard
Not a
breaking.
single person could stop him. Now, just because he was fat didn't mean anything, but no one could stop him.
So?
So he's a GOAT. Nobody could stop him.
He might have been dominant when he was in the league. But was he dominant the whole time he was there? What about when he was on the Celtics? Whatever team he played for.
The Celtics, yeah.
I think he only had a couple years of dominance with Kobe Bryant on his team. He peaked with the
he
Lakers.
dominated on the Magic too. He pretty much dominated a little bit on the Suns, and then he started to go down a little bit once he got to the Heat. And on the Celtics, yeah, he was pretty much just fat, but he still did a lot of
I
things.
want to say pretty much. I say he was. I think we can put a period on that. Looking back at those old videos and clips back then, holy, I'm surprised he didn't break a backboard then, man. If he would have hung on it, man, that whole thing's crashing down.
Yeah. So my other take, Steph Curry. He changed the game more than anyone else ever changed the game. You can disagree,
what does that have
but
to do with dominance?
he dominates every time he goes on the court.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's
He
look back.
beat LeBron.
Sure,
He
he didn't
beat
have
LeBron.
Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
Oh, Draymond Green. His best sport is boxing. He's not even a good basketball player.
Let's look back to, I don't remember the exact year. I need to find that statistic. I think it's 2010. I don't remember. He was in the playoffs. I need to find that stat. And you look at all of LeBron's teammates, and you don't know who they are. They are some absolute NPCs. Like, you would think there's some guy from your local Walmart.
Is that when he played with Zydrunas Ilgauskas?
Exactly. Who is that guy?
You don't know Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
I don't think anyone at home does.
I think a lot of people at home do.
What, 2? 3? Maybe
Well,
his
we're only going to
childhood
have
best
like
friend
6
might know him.
views, so that's a third of them.
I sure hope someone knows. What's his name?
Zydrunas Ilgauskas.
Zitris. His
Zydrunas.
name is
Z-
Zit. His name is Zit.
No, ZYD. Zydrunas.
Exactly. I think that my point is proven. Zitris. I mean, do you ever hear
And
Zitris?
he didn't win anything. He didn't even make it to the finals that year.
Well, because it's just LeBron. It's LeBron versus whatever team he's playing with.
Curry could have made it to the playoffs with just himself. He could have made it out there
Absolutely
with
not.
me, B-team feeder team
I
star,
would
Braden
never-
Tully,
no.
Dawson Sigma, and
Absolutely
Grant
not.
Quinn.
Absolutely not.
Yes, he could have.
That is the worst take I've ever heard. Steph
No.
Curry's not that good.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, do you think that LeBron is way ahead of Michael Jordan? Or do you think Michael Jordan is just like almost there, but LeBron is just a little bit better in your eyes?
I think, let's say, this is the average NBA player. This is LeBron James. I would put Michael Jordan like right here. I think LeBron is just so dominant for so long, so many points, so much extra stuff. He just leads the league in so many stats. I mean, the one stat Jordan definitely has him in is like finals and rings and
Scoring.
not scoring.
Yeah, scoring. He averaged more points per game than LeBron.
Oh, boo-hoo. I don't mean nothing. He's also playing such worse competition. You have to keep that in mind. And that's not even debatable.
That is
in
debatable.
zero
For a
way
lot
is
of the
debatable.
old heads at home,
Yeah, for all the old heads, we're done with the 90s, man.
Yeah,
Popular.
like all the Kentucky grandpas at home.
Yeah, the actual Kentucky grandpas, the Miami grandpas out there. LeBron or Jordan might have well been playing with one hand behind his back, only using his right arm.
No, that's such a lie. He used his left hand.
Maybe to pick his nose or to gamble after the games, but he was never using them in game.
I heard he actually putted left-handed, and he bet a lot of money on his putting left-handed.
Wow. That just changed my whole perspective on everything there. It's pretty valuable information. Honestly, we should talk about Steph Curry, Klay Thompson versus Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce in golf.
I didn't see about who won that.
Now that I think back, I feel like I couldn't even tell you. I feel like Steph Curry, Klay won that.
I've heard Steph Curry's a pretty good golfer.
He looks like he'd be good at golf.
Yeah.
Kelce, I don't know. He looks like he'd be good at like karaoke and maybe
Sing Taylor Swift songs.
Speed eating. I don't know. What else is he good at? Graduating college. And then chugging a beer in front of everyone. And yelling at his coach. Yeah, yelling at his coach. But the real question, who you got? Travis Kelce or Gronk? Better tight end.
See, I'm a Chiefs fan myself. And I'm going to let that bias not come towards me because I want to say Travis Kelce. But I think Travis Kelce is a better receiving tight end, but Gronk is a better overall tight end. Because Travis Kelce, when you think of him, you think about all of his catches as fantasy points. But he's not that good of a blocker. Rob Gronkowski was one of the best blockers on his team when he was a tight end. And then he'd go out and catch a ball. Like, he was just dominant at the tight end.
I feel like it's honestly like they're not even playing the same position. They're playing such like – if you look at the Chiefs, what they have is like such a pass-dominated team. I mean, they always
100%.
have Pacheco that they can rely on for an extra couple yards. But their first and final look is to pass the ball. And I think the Patriots team back then was just so much more physical compared to just the Chiefs' play style. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but because the Chiefs obviously showed dominance with their
And
play
again,
style.
we're both Chiefs fans, so we're trying to not be biased here.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like we're being pretty biased, but obviously the Patriots showed just as much dominance as them. And honestly, whenever you look at whenever you look at Gronk highlights compared to Kelce's, I think Gronk just has way better highlights.
Yeah, I mean, he just hit anyone in his way.
Yeah, he wouldn't even go out the way. He'd just go out his way to hit them.
Yeah, and
So many crazy stiff arms, everything, breaking off tackles to get the extra yard.
All right, so what do you think about the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight coming up?
I think honestly that's just such a cheap fight for Jake Paul to take. I feel like
100%.
I feel like he's just taking that for more of a publicity stunt than a real fight. He's fighting Mike Tyson. How old is Mike Tyson? You know
58.
58.
Jake Paul is in his prime 20s.
I know, that's crazy. That's just cheap. Honestly,
Mike Tyson is older than Jake Paul and is older than him by how much Jake Paul's already lived.
yeah, it's crazy. He's over double his age. You could have just said that.
Yeah,
The way
I
you
wanted to make
worded
it sound like he's older.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
Einstein over there. Come on, just say that.
I'm pretty smart.
I feel like the way this fight's going to happen is Mike Tyson, he might put up a good fight for the first minute. I think after that, Jake Paul's able to take more punches, throw more punches, do everything.
Jake Paul's just going to be in much better shape than Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Obviously, whenever you're 58, he definitely stopped boxing training. Maybe he still trained, but I don't think he ever trained boxing specifically. I feel like
Mike Tyson could maybe get him in the first, second, or third round if he could possibly get a knockout in those 3 rounds. But I think after that, he's screwed.
I think he's obviously so strong. He's going to have to land some powerful punches in the first round.
Yeah, I feel like if he lands a good one, he could be able to knock him out in the first 3 rounds. But then after that, he'll get too tired.
Yes, I think people are just looking at Mike Tyson 20 years ago like, oh my God, look at this dude. Look how great he was. He has a pet tiger. It's pretty cool. Try to fight a gorilla. I mean, that takes balls. So they're probably looking at that thinking this dude's obviously going to win. But they forget to look 20 years in the future, see this old head. He is quite the Kentucky grandpa nowadays.
Yeah, and he can't really talk.
Yeah. He can't really tap out without
Being able to speak.
Yeah. Phil, stop hitting me.
Stop hitting me.
Sounds like Aaron Staples a lot. Well, speaking of Aaron Staples, that does remind me during English class when we printed out the picture of him. It's a pretty funny prank. Speaking of that, we are the Practical Pranksters for those at home. If you probably have no idea what that means, go on YouTube. Please search up the Practical Pranksters. It's a complete original show.
Did not copy anything.
Yeah, where 4 of us go around, do some pranks, Pretty funny. Our first episode will be posted really soon after this podcast.
Well, it'll actually be posted before this podcast is posted.
I would definitely agree with that. That also reminds me, during ELA, this is very long time ago, so about 2 weeks ago, we're sitting in class during SSR, which stands for Something Silent Reading, and then someone, I'm not going to point fingers here, farted during this. Complete silent. It was so embarrassing. And then this guy, me, turns around, points at Ethan. Oh my God, everyone thought it was him. The smoothest maneuver you will ever see. You might want to start calling me Michael Jackson for how smooth that was. It was
Some people say he's a smooth criminal.
I would say that. That's why I said that. Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, you're welcome, Grant. Boom.
And with that, that might be the end of the podcast here. That was a fun 20 minutes. Great talking with you, Ethan.
It was not 20 minutes, but...
All right, Mr. No Fun over here, Party Pooper. Okay. That'll be the end of our first unofficial/official episode. You might see this, you might not, depending on how good the editing is, how good we can crop out these mistakes. I think it was a learning experience, fun for those who listen at home. Next episode hopefully will be longer in theory. Thank you to our one live viewer, Dawson Sigma. And that'll do it.
No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home. It's been a long night here and a long night there, and these long legs are damn near everywhere. Hold up now, you look good, I will not lie, but if you ask where I'm staying tonight, I gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love. So no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay true. Now better men than me have failed, drinking from that unholy grail. Now check it out, I got her and she got me, and you got that ass, but I kindly gotta be like, oh baby, no baby, you got me all wrong, baby. My baby's already got all of my love. So no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay true. I will stay true. I will stay Oh, I'm sure you will make somebody's night. But oh, are you sure you sure as hell's not mine. Oh no, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I got somebody at home, and if I stay, I might not leave alone. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. I gotta bid you adieu to another. I will stay. No,